Hello and welcome to This Is Your Life. Today we are here to talk about you, Geoff, to celebrate your 70th birthday. You were born the 5th of March 1950 in Kersley Hospital, which is now the Royal Court Hotel. You were named Geoffrey Rushton, no middle name, second son of Maisie and Fred Rushton, brother of Morris, sister of Linda. You went home to 277 Beak Avenue, and when you were 5, you went to Whitmore Park Junior School from 1955 to 1961. Unfortunately, while you were there, you threw a rounder's bat at a boy and was excluded for a while. But then you went on to pass your 11 plus and went to Woodlands Comprehensive School, which was 2 buses away in those days. You left school in 1965 at 15 because you were expelled for throwing a hacksaw out of the bus window. But nevertheless, you got an apprenticeship at M.H. Hurst Engineering at Kenilworth. And you met Sue at Chesford Grange. It was the Henley College Catering Department dance on May the 22nd in 1970. You told Sue, or me, that you had an Aston Martin DBS. Unfortunately, when we got outside, it was a hand-painted Ford Popular. You then, on completion of your apprenticeship, set up and developed a jig and tool design department at M.H. Hurst. The same year, you went on a stag night to celebrate your sister marrying Les. Unfortunately, this resulted in you spending the night in a prison cell after things went badly wrong on the stag night. You joined B.O. Morris in Britton Road, Stoke in 1973 as a first-year apprentice training instructor, covering milling and turning. In 1973, Geoff and Sue bought a house, 110 Sherborne Avenue, Nuneaton, which was off-plan. You were then made redundant in early 1974 when B.O. Morris decided not to offer first-year training to other companies. This was just before Sue and Geoff were going to get married. MGTS took over the training centre in August 1974 and you were saved, you had a job. In 1977, Midland Group Training Centre moved to Parkside due to expansion. And in 1978, you became a group training officer with MGTS and gained your first company car. This job was producing training plans and recruiting and training apprenticeships in companies throughout the Midlands. You were promoted to operations manager in 2000. So going back in time, in 1975 we had, Sue and Geoff that is, had our first holiday abroad to Lloret de Mar in Spain. And in 1976 we moved to 43 Frankton Avenue and had lots to do doing the house up. We had lovely holidays to the south of France in 1977. That was the one I thought I'd lost you when you went snorkelling and you didn't return for ages, and I thought I was a widow. There were lots of other places we went to in France, camping, and then on my redundancy money we went to America and visited Orlando and Disney and the Keys. As I say, I was made redundant from Standard Triumph, and that was a bit of a blow. But we had Victoria Louise Rushton on the 8th of April 1981. Sadly, we were told that she would not live long. She was transferred to Sage Ward at Gulston Hospital for terminal care. She had spina bifida and hydrocephalus. She didn't die, and we took her home to be cared for. She died in August 1981, and her ashes were buried at St James's Church in Stytchel. Instead of flowers, we had donations to build a playground at Sherborne Fields School in Coventry. We then went on holiday to Malta, and Mark James Rushton was conceived and born on June the 2nd, 1982 by caesarean section. In 1983, we bought our first caravan, an eldest Tornado, and went touring with baby Mark James. In 1984, Geoff joined Hersal Club after playing at Hatchford Brook Golf Club and Ullerthorpe Golf Clubs. Mark started at ABC Nursery School in Earlsdon. Sue worked part-time at C&A. She also had her own clothes business, Sue Ann Separates, selling baby clothes and ladies' fashions with Ann Jackson. In 1986, on the 10th of January, Lucy Jane Rushton was born, and our family was complete. Life was busy with 2 children, but great fun. And now I'd like to hand you over to hear some more memories from your daughter, Lucy Rushton. Hi Dad, happy birthday. Most of the memories I have of you revolve around Christmas, holidays and parties. Remember trying to book the MGCS camera every year to capture those memories. I remember many a swimming party at Livingston Baths. Mum would do the buffet, but you'd be the one in the water playing sharks amongst the floats with us all. My favourite memory of you was on one of our holidays, seeing you being Indiana Jones at Disney World, escaping from the boulder. Then, 10 years later, we faced Fear Factor together. You won, of course. So we've been on many wonderful holidays with lots of memories. We've got one booked this year for your 70th birthday to Tenerife. Do you remember the holiday to Mexico where you learned that you must put suntan cream on? Otherwise you end up looking like the Elephant Man. Yeah, that was an interesting holiday, wasn't it? But other memories I've got of you involve you taking me and Mark to learn how to play golf. You got us both into that, sharing in your passion. Mine, of course, was only probably in the summer months. But my passion became theatre, and I think it's rubbing off on you a little bit, with all your supporting trips to Loughborough and other theatres to watch me perform, because you even performed at my wedding on a music video. And that was a lovely gesture. But this wasn't the first time you'd sung, was it? With My Way being the song that you always choose to do in karaoke. And then of course there's the famous Pooh song, which I'm sure you'll learn more about. So thank you for everything you do, all the gardening and DIY or BIY, budget yourself. But thank you for all you do. Really hope you enjoy your 8th decade and there's lots more memories to make. And now I'll hand you over to some very important people who will tell you more about your life from their point of view.
Hi Geoff, just wanted to wish you a happy birthday. I can't believe you're 70. I've known you for 1/7 of your life now. 10 years nearly. So happy birthday. I hope I look as good as you and I'm as active as you when I'm same age as you. I've got 38 years on you though, so I've got a bit of time to wait. Most of my funny memories of you are actually stories that I've heard from other people, like when you turned into the Elephant Man on holiday and various things like that. But I love the lasagna you make, and I like the way your foot twitches when you're watching the golf on important putts. I've always enjoyed playing golf with you. The odd game of snooker. I wish we could play a bit more golf. I promise not to be late this time, next time, if there is a next time. And just hope you have a fantastic birthday year. I'll be here to celebrate it with you.
Hi Geoff, happy 70th birthday, and I'm glad you're catching me up. I've known you now for nearly 60 years, is it?
49.
49 years, and I'm just taking to you now. I don't know if that's... Geoff, I remember when we went on holiday with your mum and dad and I got paralytic. We made a real mess of the caravan. Didn't we? Because Bill wanted to pee. I wanted to pee.
And when you got drunk on Southern Comfort.
Oh yeah. That's it.
Happy birthday, Jeffrey. Favourite father-in-law. One of my favourite memories of you is when you guys came out to Ireland for my 30th a few years ago and surprised me. Had a really fab weekend that weekend. Another highlight was probably last year when you came out in July and we had that party where we all had a few too many to drink and you went to bed without saying goodbye to anybody that night. Although I think we all forgot everything because we'd had too much to drink. And another one is probably when it was your, must have been 60th birthday, and you had a party at the golf club and Mark offended one of your friends thinking that he passed away. And I had to apologise for him and you were furious. But yeah, it's been a great 10 years of knowing you, 10 years plus of knowing you. Have a fab birthday, and sorry we won't be with you, but I'm sure you'll have an amazing time. Bye!
Happy birthday, Father. Hope you're having a good day so far. One of my earliest memories were some of the sporting equipment you bought me as a child, and I should have been very grateful, but I really wasn't, and I do feel bad about it, just because I was expecting Adidas or Nike football boots, and they were Gola ones, and my first tennis racket was a Dunlop. My first graphite tennis racket was a Dunlop that I'm sure you spent a lot of your hard-earned cash on, but I wanted a Slazenger or a Wilson, so I wasn't a very grateful child, but looking back I do appreciate the efforts and hard work you went to equip me and give me the opportunity to do all these nice things. So yes, and we've had some laughs and stuff along the way. So yeah, have a great birthday and hopefully see you soon. Bye.